Welcome to Humphrey Head, and that's not the manager in a factory in a 1970s sitcom. It is in fact a very beautiful limestone sort of escarpment ridge that juts out into Morecambe Bay. It's a beautiful viewpoint across Morecambe Bay. It's a real haven for wildlife. There's a trig point. I know that many of you will enjoy seeing that. There's an amazing limestone natural arch on the western side. Really quite precipitous, beloved of climbing types. You'll probably be looking at some sort of overlay footage of me risking everything to show you that. Now the arch is important to our video because directly below that, and that's where we're heading, is the objective of our video this week. As ever, we are searching for remnants to bring you historical, interesting remnants from the past. And this week, it's a once much revered, much visited holy well that is now forgotten. Well, when I say forgotten, it's still marked on the Ordnance Survey map, and somewhat bizarrely, it's still signposted from the main road. I think it might be one of those instances where they update the road sign and just dumbly sort of print what's always been on there, even though nobody is looking for this place anymore, except for us. And if I'm successful and find the well, then I intend to drink off the holy waters. I'm going to take a cup of holy water to see if it will cure my godless soul. And hopefully it will get me some new subscribers as well. Wainwright loved this place. There's a chapter on it in his Outlying Fells book. Check that out. Although for those of you of a nervous woke space disposition, be warned, there's a bit in there that would get him cancelled if he was alive today, where he sort of sarcastically comments on the fact that apparently he's heard that some chaps' wives don't clean their husbands' walking boots for them. I just want to make it abundantly clear that I don't agree with Alfred Wainwright about this subject. I don't think that a man's wife has any obligation to clean his dirty boots. If he's made them muddy, then he can clean them himself. So I don't agree with Wainwright on that one. Please don't cancel me. Now it gets a little bit tricky here because of the sort of sinking sand, and I don't have appropriate foot apparel. I'm going to have to climb down these rocks to get on to the next bit. Think about what you've just seen happen. Know that I'm out filming on my own as usual, and work out what I've had to do in order to achieve this shot. As you'd expect in a video about a holy well, we've got quite a mystical mumbo-jumbo sort of thing going on. That stone up there is called the fairy stone for some reason. Sir Humphrey! It might not look like it with this sort of low-lying climate change cloud, but it's absolutely roasting today, about 24 degrees still, and it must be about 5 o'clock. So summer has returned in September to the north. We've got a cave up here, so probably knowing these parts it's called something like the Fairies Cave. Generally considered to have been medieval in origin, there are some people who think that the holy well was even used by Roman lead miners, but there is absolutely no evidence for that whatsoever, so that does look like it is. In Sarah Fell's journal of 1674, she talks about the holy well very much in the context of curing things like gout and stone. Medicinal. Medicinal purposes seems to be the consensus amongst experts through the centuries. The clean, salty air of Morecambe Bay was considered to be good for you. One of the very earliest sanatoriums, Methop, is just over there. Mr. Roper did a survey in 1906, and he reports to us that it was still a pretty popular place then. People would get the key from the local farmer, and they'd actually hole up in a little building like a well house that was next to the spring, the natural spring, and presumably they'd just stay there for a few days drinking loads of the water until they got better. And I'm very much hoping that the holy well is still doing its stuff and will enable me to get better. I must admit, I have fallen off the wagon. My health kick has fallen to pieces. I'm drinking too much red wine and eating cheese and onion crisps. No sign of the old well house building, perhaps a couple of bits of masonry mixed up here in the rocks, but the holy well is still here. I do like it when our investigations work out. Props have given me a cup, so I'm now going to fill that from the spring, which is still flowing. One of the antiquarians of old described the taste as brackish, but it certainly doesn't look brackish to me. To hell with modern health and safety sensibilities. People have been drinking this for centuries. Brackish or not, it's never done any of them any harm, I imagine. So I'm going to drink this and see if it will cure me of my ills. Here goes. Just to show you it's real. That was absolutely fine, and it didn't even taste brackish. And then look at that, there's this old ceramic trough there to one side. Some of the Victorian reports refer to that, so it's nice to see it's still there. You probably won't be able to make this out, it's all overgrown, but there's a health and safety obsessed sign up there telling people not to drink the water. This old lead tank's just a short way away from the holy well, so they probably used to put the water into lead. I feel absolutely fine. It's probably done me the world of good. Much better than all those crisps. So like and subscribe. There'll be another video next week. Beware how you these rocks ascend. Here William Pedder met his end. 22nd of August 1857, and the poor little chap was only 10 years old.